Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Rachel. Thank you so much for joining me today. Today I am going to be running out to get some hooks because I received a really nice gift from the Sansi company, some more grow lights, and I have a dark zone in my house that I really want to add some plants to, and so I just wanted to show you how I add the plants to that section. And I know I'm pretty jiggly right now because I don't have my tripod set up, but I'm about to go out and I'm going to get some hooks. I believe I'll be doing hooks, but I may use zip ties, but I am going to go and get some zip ties or hooks to attach my new grow lights with. I am so excited because the cord is so long and there are 6 different grow lights that get attached to it. And I do have an affiliate code for you now that you can use without it running out for right now. And I will put that in the description box below so that you can get an ongoing discount. It won't run out. And I know a lot of you were telling me that you weren't able to get to the discount in time before it ran out, but now it's going to be going on for a while. So if you want CNC lights, you'll be able to get one, okay? So I'm really excited and I'm on my way to the store now. Okay, so it has been a few days. It has been actually 3 days since I went out looking for what I needed for the security of my lights. And you can see the lights. I have them up in this room. I want to share with you my beautiful pink plant wall, and these lights have made it possible. I am so excited about this because I've wanted to do something a little bit different in this room for a long time. This is my closet, my beauty room, my closet. This is where I have all of my things, my personal things. And so zhuzhing up this room with a lot of plants is something I've wanted to do for so long, but there is only one tiny window in this room, and it is over here, and it is on the south side of my home, but it is in a little nook that doesn't get bright light directed into the room. It goes into the window, but not into the room. And so these lights are the only way that I'm able to have any kind of plants growing in this room. And I'm really excited that Sansi sent me this cord because it goes from this section all the way over to this wall. Whereas if I were to have just 2 of them, I could literally almost complete this entire room. They are 22 feet. So it's a really good string light. And I'm going to show you the hooks that I ended up buying for them. So these are the hooks that I brought. They are the ook. They are the ook hooks. They are cup hooks, and I got the black vinyl since my string lights are black. And just to let you know, these string lights are indoor, outdoor. They are waterproof. That's why they're so heavy and so heavily coated. They are awesome. So I got these right here. These are the 2 1/4 hooks, and they have them a little bit smaller, but I thought this right here would be substantial enough for it to secure this, the weight of this system. It's not super heavy, but it is something that I just wanted it to be secure, especially since it has the bulb on it as well. And the bulbs, the wattage for the bulbs, I'll put on the screen. And I did use, there are 6 of those bulbs or hooks to hook the string lights up, and there are 10 in this pack, and this cost me about $5, so that was a really good price. So now let me show you my plant wall. I'm so excited about it. I have 2 walls in this room that are pink and 2 walls in this room that are gray. My room is pink and gray, and I wanted the green to offset everything, and I am not sad about the way this turned out. Now, the biggest thing that I wanted to do, and you've seen all of these plants that I have back here, they are not plants. I shopped my home for these plants. I didn't go out. There were only 2 plants back here that I would say are not, I think so. Only 2 plants that you have not seen, and they are so insignificant back there. I'll point them out to you because I don't have my mic, and so I have to go back and then come back. Right there. And right there. Now, I got these in the grocery store. I got both of those in the grocery store, and I believe this one over here with the silver is a philodendron plowmanii. I'm not really sure. And then the one up here, I believe, is an SP Colombia or the El Guapo. I think the new name of it is Nel Guapo. I believe that's what it is. I saw them in the supermarket. I didn't know what they were as much as I knew they were philodendrons just from the growth pattern. And I was really excited. They were really inexpensive. So yes, this is my plant wall. And what I had to do when I was setting up my plant wall, originally I had them arranged a little bit differently. For instance, I had the El Guapo. I had that on the other side. Originally, I had these two plants right here switched around. This is my painted lady, and then this right here is the El Guapo. But in what I've learned about the philodendron for this particular one is if you put it in direct sun or right under a grow light, it will burn. And these grow lights are pretty strong. And so I had to switch them around. And so even though I had a vision for my wall, I had to realistically go with what I could do to make this work out. And so I was mainly focused on size and arrangement and how I wanted it to look. But then it had to be practical. There's no way that I could have put that over there and expected my plant to survive, because it would not have survived. It would have just been scorched and it wouldn't be beautiful. Well, it would still be beautiful, but I would have damaged it. So over here, I have this Xanthosoma right here, the Lindenii, and I know that this one right here does not like a lot of light from the experience I've had with it. When I had it upstairs in my bedroom getting a ton of light, it was always drooping over. But then when I thought about where it's located in most greenhouses, or even in like the big box stores, it's normally tucked away in the middle of something, sometimes even underneath shelves. And so what I did was I put it in the middle of my shelving unit, and it perked up. I said, oh, wow, okay. It doesn't like all the light that it's getting. And so here I made sure that I brought it down here because I really wanted this different texture and look of this leaf to be on this green wall, on this pink and green wall. But I just didn't want it to get too much light. And like I mentioned, those are pretty strong growth. And then on top of it all, this is a wall cover that I have on my wall. I did not change the color of this wall. There is a peachy pink color underneath it, but for this plant wall, I wanted it to be more of a bubblegum pink. And so I have a wall cover on the wall, and I do have to flatten it out a little bit more, but so far, I mean, I'm not stressed about it. Eventually, each one of these spots are going to be taken, and there'll just be little hints of pink coming through, and so I'm not stressed about it. I'm so excited about the way this turned out, and it's like these grow lights have definitely made it possible, and I'm trying to get a really good representation of what's happening over here, because again, it's not really the plants themselves that I wanted to show you as much as just the process that I went through in order for me to get this. Super duper important was using my light meter. My light meter is what I had to do to measure out to make sure that everything was getting enough light or sufficient light. Like I have this Maharani right here. Let me bring you up just a little bit. Right here I have a Maharani. Over here I have a Hoya rope. I know both of those need a lot of light. The Maharani, or most Alocasia, they need about 4,000 lux of light. And so in order for them to thrive and to continue to put out babies and leaves and everything else, they need about 4,000 lux of light. And so what I had to do is I had to pull out my light meter, and then I just had to make sure that each one of these lights was getting what it needed in order for it to thrive on this wall. So what I did was I just pointed the highest point to the light over here, and this is actually getting a little bit more than it should, but I don't think it's going to scorch or fade the leaves. It's about 6,000 lux that it's getting. Yeah, it's getting a little over 6,000 lux, and it needs 4,000 in order for it to thrive. So that one I will just watch to be sure that everything stays fine with it. And then this one should be getting a little bit more. That one, that one's getting roughly about 8,000 lux. I do want the variegation on this plant right here to stay, so hopefully that will not be too much, but I will just continue to watch it over the next few days to be sure that it is not getting scorched or burned, because I did burn my one of my philodendron over here with the really big leaves. It's sitting under a sansi light as well, and it was just entirely too close, and so it got a little bit of a burn on it. Okay, and then I knew that this one right here, this philodendron right here, I knew that that one right there would definitely not take a whole bunch of sun, and so I just gave it some shade from the other plants that I knew would be able to take more sun or more light than the other ones did. You know, for the most part, I do natural lighting, and so working with grow lights, it's something that I have to, like, you know, completely research everything for, because I don't want to scorch my plants. And then the plants that I chose to put down here are all plants that do not necessarily need a whole ton of bright light. They are getting very, very bright indirect light, but they don't need a ton of bright light in order for them to thrive. And so those are the ones that I chose to put down here. I know my Deliciosa right here will be perfectly fine. This Dieffenbachia right here, this gets a variation of strong to lower light down at the bottom, but I know that it's going to do well. And this Peperomia, I am still playing around with what is going to make it happy. Right now it's in more light than it was in before. I had it sitting on my dining room table, and it was not getting very much light from my northern facing window. It was pulled back from it, but it was doing really well. So I know that this is more lux than it was getting up there. Now I have a bird of paradise over here, and that one right there is, it seems to be doing really well. All of my plants that were in my grow room or my overwinter room, I took them all out because I had to keep pulling them out to check for pests. And so I ended up just leaving them out here. And so I have a whole bunch of bird of paradise over here. And guess what? I love it so much. I don't even know if I'm going to put them back outside. I think I'm just going to let them stay in here. And I don't, but when they go outside, they get so big. They're growing up to a red, blue, and white grow light. So they are really, really happy. So this room has so many beautiful things happening in it, but these lights right here literally just lit up this room. I am so excited about it. And it's even over here, like I said, it goes all the way around this room. And so I have some more plants over here on the gray wall. I'm sorry, that's my vanity over there. So this is my active closet beauty room. So I mean, I have lots of things in here. Someone else would just say it's too cluttery, but this is an active room for me. I use it for everything. So I have perfumes, I have makeup palettes, I have everything, foundation, everything in here. And so these plants are all on this wall, and I have some on that wall right there, and that's it. Because, and then over here, well, I guess they're just all around the perimeter, and I have all of my things on the inside. But it's working. And like I mentioned, these lights have made it so that I can just literally push them up against the wall and not worry about them having to be like congregated underneath my vanity lights or anything like that, because that's what I was doing before. And then I had one grow light in that corner, but I actually had to remove all of the grow lights that I had because I didn't need them. Not that I won't move them to other locations. I didn't need to keep them plugged in here because this string light is genius. I'm telling you, I think I need another one though. I think I would like to put one on this side. Now, I don't use grow lights in my greenhouse because it sits right on the south side of my home. I don't need to put it in there, but I did see in the pictures that they had them in commercial greenhouses, and they're perfect just to put over a bar. Genius. I love this. I love these so much. I absolutely think this is just such a genius idea. And I like that I can twist them in order for me to get the exact angle that I want them to be at, so that they are just to optimize the amount of use I get out of them. I'm just trying to scan the wall to see if there's anything else that I haven't shown you. Maybe I'll show you the philodendrons that I picked up at the grocery store up close. Here she is, and you can give me a real determination as to what type of plant this is. So here this is what she looks like up close. hopefully you'll be able to tell me exactly what kind of plant she is. She is so pretty. Oh my goodness. Oh, and her petioles are flat. There's no ruffling or anything like that on the petioles, but they are, the cataphyls are a little bit red, orangey red, and the new growth comes in like this. That's beautiful, isn't it? Oh my goodness. You are lovely, my darling. And yes, I do have this held up by the gold baskets from the Dollar Tree. I learned that trick from Janae Simone, and I love it so much because it doesn't take away too much light from the space, like, you know, from using something solid. So I really like that. Let me show you this one as well. And I believe this one right here is the SP Columbia or the El Guapo. The pillowy leaves are amazing. There is a new leaf coming in. It doesn't have, it has like, almost like tracks on the stem. The stems are round. Oh, it's so pretty. This leaf, it's just mesmerizing, isn't it? Look at how beautiful it is. Oh my goodness. I could not believe I went into the grocery store and saw this. Yes. Okay, and I think that is it. Oh, the only other thing, this is my propagation of my Florida green. I actually had this, it was a vine that was on a little kind of makeshift kind of a, not a pole, but just like a support bar. And I had to come to terms with the fact that I'm not really a climbing plant, like on a pole kind of a plant parent. I chopped her up and I put her into, this is the vermiculite, and it's topped with the bonsai stones or the bonsai mix. And this is where she has been, and she's propagating. I'm going to keep her in this mix because I'm really, really loving this mix for just about everything. For propagations, it's amazing. Look at how well these things are holding up. It's been about 2 days that I've had, no, 3 days. Has it been 3? Ooh, maybe 4 days now that I think about it. It's been 4 days that this thing has been in here. It's not drooping. They're not soft, nothing. I just popped them into this mixture and they are doing very well. The first time I tried to propagate this plant, it went terribly wrong. I think I lost all of the leaves with the exception of one. But these are doing extremely well and I'm really happy about it. And I'm just going to let them grow out like a bushy plant because this is just the kind of plant parent I am. And I'll just keep it like this. So that's my beautiful pink and green wall. I am so, so excited about her. She is absolutely beautiful. And now when I'm in here and I'm doing my makeup and spraying my perfume, I will be surrounded by my beautiful jungle. It's all just like looming in on me. It's so cool. I love it. And I know it's much for someone else, but for me, it's like just enough. Thank you again for joining me today, guys. I thank you so much for all of your support. You guys have been amazing. I look forward to talking to you in the next video. Bye, guys.